Hello, friends. Hi, this is the World's Infertility Week. So we are inviting our guest, Yasna. So she will talk about us. So let me invite her. Hi, everyone. How are you all doing? So hello.
Hi, good
Hi.
morning.
Hi. Good morning. How are you?
Good, how are you?
I'm good. Thank you so much. Am I taking your name correctly, Yasna?
Yashna, yeah.
Yeah, yes. Thank you.
Mhm.
So, how was your week?
It's been kind of busy actually. There's a lot going on with, the National Infertility Week and
Yes.
um, just spreading awareness and trying to share all this all the everything going on with everybody, and it's been busy. And it's only Tuesday.
Yeah. First, I would like to thank you so much for coming to, coming with us and giving us the interview and letting the people, just, giving you kind of inspiration to everyone. So, can you just, we will start off with the normal introduction. Can you just introduce yourself to our
Sure, sure.
viewers?
Uh,
Yeah.
Sure, absolutely. First and foremost, thank you for having me. It's truly an honor. My name's Yashna. I've been trying to have a baby for the last 10 years, approximately. Me and my husband have gone through various
Yes.
cycles.
Yes.
We've had a couple pregnancies, which led to miscarriages. But we're still trucking through.
Yeah.
Obviously, if anyone follows my page, they can
Yeah.
see that there's been multiple bumps in the road, but nothing that's not going to stop us from continuing to
Mhm.
pursue our dream of having a baby in the future.
Yeah. So, yeah, that's great. And what do you do for your living?
I work in finance, so
Oh,
my blog is actually just something I do on the side. I've been in finance since I graduated from college. I did take some time off from the corporate world when IVF had taken over my life. I left that job to pursue a career in event planning. So I just started my own business and became an event planner. Did all kinds of events, baby showers, birthday parties, weddings, engagements, all of it. I did that for almost 8 years, and then 2020 hit, and nobody
yeah,
was having parties.
yeah.
I just decided I didn't want to, I didn't really want to do that anymore. So I decided to go back to the corporate world and back to finance.
Okay. So, what do you think about the whole infertility awareness week? What is like your idea about it?
I think it's amazing. I think it's an amazing platform that the Resolve organization created.
Mhm. Mhm.
It's a time for women that are going through infertility to
Mhm.
to spread awareness and to share you know um, their thoughts, their feelings, you know what they're going through with the whole world. You know,
Mhm.
all these years that I was going through IVF, I never once thought that I would talk about it openly.
Mhm.
But it took a lot of courage, it took a lot of strength to get to where I am today, to openly share it, to let others know, you're not alone. You will get, the result in the end. It's just,
Mhm.
it's just takes a little. It's taking a little bit longer.
Mhm.
Um,
Yeah.
but I think it's great. I think it's an amazing thing that Resolve is doing. It's actually been a very fulfilling week. Like I said, even though it's only Tuesday, um, it's been pretty amazing. It's been pretty amazing with the amount of people I've connected with, and all the people um, that are spreading awareness and sharing their stories, and it's truly inspiring. And it's so powerful. It's really powerful. And it's been a huge learning lesson for me, even to just I'm still learning every day, but it's just a
Mhm.
huge learning lesson for me to see that, all these different women are going through so many different things. And they're not only teaching me, but they're also like, they're teaching me, but they're also, helping spread that awareness amongst the community to others. So it's a pretty powerful thing.
Okay. So the next thing I would like to ask, what do you think? When should one should consider, being evaluated for, I mean, for fertility, or yeah, I mean, what is the right time?
Um, you know, there is no right or wrong time. It's always good to, educate yourself and to learn. Um,
Mm,
I never knew, I've been doing this since I was 26 years old. I
mhm,
started at a very young age. I'm now 37. Um, and I didn't think at the time I, went into my doctor to see my doctor and to get evaluated that this was ever going to be an issue or that I was ever going to have a problem.
mm,
So I wouldn't say that there's a right or wrong time. It's always just good to be proactive. It's always good to just plan and to, not have expectations, but to, like just go in with an open mind and
mhm,
be prepared. Just get an evaluation done when you're considering that you want to start a family.
mhm,
Take your vitamins, exercise, eat healthy, just take care of your body. And you know and then take it from there, like one day at a time.
mhm,
I think sometimes we get so absorbed in the idea that we want something to happen that we want to just take a shortcut to get there, and sometimes those shortcuts don't work. So
mhm,
I would definitely say when if it's been more than a year or so that you've been trying,
mhm,
and it's not happened for whatever reason, don't be alarmed and think that there's something wrong.
mhm,
Things will happen when the time is right. um, I think that that's what's most important for women to understand, is that
mhm.
don't assume and don't jump to conclusions
Right,
so quickly, and
right.
be scared and think that something's wrong.
Mhm. Yes.
Because here I am this many years later, and still fighting. So um, just whenever you feel the time is right.
Yeah. And how the society is like, especially in the desis, the generally the whenever this such kind of thing happen, the women's they go first. I mean, they so what do you think is the right time for
Sorry, you got a little choppy there again.
is it okay now?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Okay, okay. So yeah, should the male partner should also be evaluated in the family, do you
Oh,
think?
absolutely, absolutely. It's routine for anyone to go to the doctors to get a checkup. It's like a physical. Because
Yeah.
it's not always just the girl; it could be the guy as well in many
Yes.
cases, and there's nothing
Uh-huh.
wrong with that. But it's just better to, like I said, be prepared, and to know and plan. Get the workup done, get the checkup done, just like you would get a checkup done for anything else routinely.
Yes.
It's good
Uh-huh.
to just just to prepare yourselves for whatever may come.
Okay, and thank you. And what all things are involved, like the process involved in the evaluation for the infertility? Like, if somebody wants to know how it is, I mean, what's
So
involved in
typically,
evaluation?
I, first and foremost, you meet with your gynecologist, you talk to your OBGYN about family planning, and, they kind of give you their rundown. And then if they think that at that point, you need to see maybe a reproductive endocrinologist, then they will then refer you to a fertility clinic. And what's involved there is lots of blood work, lots and lots of blood work, lots of poking. They do, vaginal ultrasounds.
Mhm,
They do lab. I mean, like I said, labs. They'll do procedures if needed, um,
mhm,
to kind of get the process rolling. Um,
mhm,
they'll do health assessments. They'll ask you like your family history, things of that nature.
mhm,
Pretty basic, just like
okay,
any other workup you'd ever get done.
mhm,
But
mhm,
it's just very specific to fertility.
mhm. Okay, okay. So what are the treatment options available for for infertility? What are the different
Uh,
types?
the different types of options, I mean, it definitely varies from, person to person. Each person definitely has different it's called a protocol, and each person is diagnosed with a protocol based on their case. So
Mm-hmm.
one individual may just need to either regulate their cycle and they'll be put on birth control, or they just need a little bit of extra stimulation, so they get put on Clomid, which is like a pill, that drug that kind of speeds things up a little bit. That's my shortcut way of explaining it. And then some others may need a little bit more invasive stuff, where they have to take the injections to
Mm-hmm.
produce the eggs, and to
Mm-hmm.
basically create these embryos that they have to go through so much. They have to go through so much more than, say, a normal
Mm-hmm.
person going through trying to
Right.
get pregnant.
Mm-hmm.
um, each person's protocol will vary based on their case, based on their history, based on their health. It just really depends on like what your doctor feels is right for you.
Mm-hmm.
um, it just depends.
Yeah. Okay. So, are there anything one can do to improve the infertility? Something they can really do? I mean, health-wise, or um, something, other things like what should they do?
I mean, I wish I knew the answer to that, because if I had known that I would be here today, that then maybe I would have done something a little different. But
Yeah.
my advice to anybody is, just take care of your body.
Mhm.
A wise friend once told me, your body is like a temple. Cherish
Yes.
it, take care of it,
Yes.
because if you
Yes.
don't, it will backfire.
Mhm.
And I'm not saying that I haven't taken care of myself, but
Mhm.
I'm so much more alert and aware of what I eat, what I do, just everything. I'm a little bit more proactive with working out, taking my vitamins. I
Mhm.
definitely
Mhm.
will preach to anyone trying to have a baby, or
Mhm.
start a family. Definitely take your prenatal vitamins before or even after. Some cases, some women may need vitamin D, DHA. you know Vitamins is an easy tool. Working out isn't another is a big one for some people.
Yeah.
Some people may not like working out, but
Yeah.
just try to stay active as much as you possibly can.
Yeah.
Take care of your body, eat
Mhm.
healthy.
Yes.
And that's all I can really say. It just really depends on each person. But it's kind of hard to say, because like I said, if I had known earlier, I would have done so much different. But your body is trying to tell you stuff when something's not right. You should listen to your
Right.
body,
Yes.
and you should definitely pay attention if things are different, things are not normal. Definitely talk to your doctor about it, because those
Mhm.
could be signs. It may not
Right.
be, maybe nothing.
Yeah.
But it's
Yeah.
just good to talk to your doctor.
Right. Yeah. Like people when they go through it, so how to manage the, emotional, there's a lot of emotional ups and down, like you said previously. How can one cope with it and manage it with the family, and how do they
Um,
how one can do that?
yeah, I think it's having a support system is really, really, really big. Um, I know in the South Asian culture, a lot of women don't like to talk about it. They don't like to
Mhm.
share that they're going through it. They
Mhm.
don't like to, let people know. And just like me, I was that girl. I was that girl many years ago, where I didn't talk about it. I didn't tell anybody, because I was
Mhm.
ashamed. I was like, oh my
Yeah.
gosh, I can't believe I'm going through this. But,
Mhm.
coming down this pathway, I've learned
Mhm.
that it's nothing to be ashamed of. It does take
Mhm.
courage, and it does take a lot of guts to open up about it. But
Definitely.
having the support system is really, really big. um, I think one of the best decisions that me and my husband made was to tell our family and close
Mhm.
friends that we were going through like IVF cycles,
Mhm.
because if it hadn't been for that, I don't know if I would be here today. I wouldn't be
Yeah.
able to talk about this so openly,
Yeah.
if it hadn't been for like that support system.
Yes. Moral
So
support is really very important.
yeah,
Yeah.
And you definitely, you definitely want to be around positive people.
Yeah.
That really, really makes a difference.
Mm.
You know, just focus on all the good things that are to come,
Mhm.
and
Mhm.
it makes the healing process a lot easier, a lot
Yes.
easier.
Yeah. Uh, Great. Are there any side effects of of these treatments? Like the people when I mean, there are a lot of people they go through it. So if they want to know it, so like if there are any side effects or something, you know, on health.
Oh yeah, there's lots of side effects. For anyone that's gone through IVF, or has been pregnant, or um, just our monthly visitor that we get.
Mhm.
We all know
Yeah.
that women go through so many hormonal changes
Mhm.
with all of those things. With IVF, it's the same thing. You can go from happy to sad within a minute, within a moment of 5 minutes. You could be angry, you could be
Mhm.
frustrated, you could be, I mean, I think I
Mhm.
felt every single emotion in a matter of like a 24-hour period,
Uh-huh.
because the hormones take over your body.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
they take over your body and you become this person you didn't even know you were. You
Yeah.
could be like the nicest person, but you could also be like the meanest person. It's crazy what those hormones can do to you.
Mhm.
And that's just the emotion side of it. It does so much to you even mentally. It causes weight gain. It
Mhm.
causes your mood changes. Like, just
Mhm.
there's so many different side effects to it.
Yeah.
In the beginning, it was kind of hard to like understand like what's happening to me. Why am I doing this? Why am I being this way?
Mhm.
But you realize that it's not really you. It's the
Mhm.
medication, and that's why
Yeah.
it was very important for us to the people that
Mhm.
we were around. It was important for
Mhm.
us to let those people know that this is
Mhm.
what we're going through, and this is why you know
Mhm.
um, that I'm
Yeah.
emotional, or why I'm not
Yeah.
able to attend something, or.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
so it's really important. But yeah, I mean, it does definitely have side effects, but in the end, when you get the result that you want, I guess those side effects don't really matter.
Right.
So yeah.
Yeah. So, like when when the couple they go through this, and how should they tell their family? Like you tell that your husband previously that how he asked for the help, and how to tell them. I mean, sometimes it's like some families like they are not ready for, I mean, your extended families and all.
Right.
So how to tell them, your friends and families about the fertility treatment? Sorry, infertility.
It can be a very sensitive topic, and
Mhm.
and unfortunately, for some it's really difficult to open up about
Mhm.
it,
Mhm.
based on their circumstances. For
Mhm.
us, we were very fortunate to have both sets of parents supporting us 100%,
Mhm.
behind us, always there with us no matter what.
Mhm.
Our siblings, were always there. Um, our friends that knew of what we were going through were always there. But for those, we were just open about it. We had friends that went through IVF treatments before we started treatment, so it was kind of easy to just tell them because they
Mhm.
kind of already knew.
Mhm.
With our family, it was a little difficult because for parents, especially of South Asian culture, it'd
Yes.
be a little hard for them to understand
Mhm.
exactly, and sometimes I
Mhm.
don't even know if they still do understand it fully. And that's okay, but there are lots and lots of resources online. There are
Mhm.
lots of books that you can read,
Yeah. Yeah.
on how to break the news to your family. There's
Mhm.
podcasts that you can listen to. Um, and, if you choose not to tell your family, that's okay as well. I mean, to each their own. I
Mhm.
just felt that by sharing, my news with our family, that it just helped us heal when, we hit rock bottom, or if something
Yes.
didn't go as planned. So,
Yes.
yeah, I mean, definitely there's lots and lots of resources out there, to
Mhm.
help, to
Mhm.
break the news to your family.
Right. And when is the right time to consider other options for the for starting a family? Like if somebody wants to do that.
Um,
So.
if they're going through IVF treatments and things aren't going according to plan, I mean, I think it again. it depends on the person and where they are in life, or I guess I should say the couple and where they are in life. Me and my husband have, considered other options. If this fertility IVF doesn't work out for us,
Mm-hmm.
I get asked that question all the time. Sometimes it's hurtful, but I know that it's not with those intentions. When people say that to me, it's not because they're attacking me or saying like,
Uh-huh.
just stop
Mm-hmm.
already.
Mm-hmm.
They're just curious because they're like, well, it's been quite the journey. Why don't you just adopt, or why don't you, seek
Yes.
other options? And
Yeah.
and trust me, we've explored all those options, but I think whatever feels right for you and your husband is the path you should take. And when you feel that it's that time, you should definitely take it. I can't tell you when it's right for someone to say, I give up on this, I want to do this instead. But
Mm-hmm.
you got to just know where you are, and you and your husband have to be on the same page, because
Mm-hmm.
that's really, really important. If one's, in a different place and the other's, not on the
Yeah.
same page, then it makes it a lot more
Mm-hmm.
difficult.
Yeah. Um, the other thing, like, nowadays, the things are different. How the girls, they are more independent and more, they are ambitious and they are more career oriented
Correct.
than our, the previous generation. So there is always a question. Do you think the age is because once you are into career and if you start a family or something, it's not easy.
Right.
It takes a lot from you. So, what you would like to say, like, the age is really something which is it's a part of infertility because, people say that, okay, this is the age you should get the first baby and do it. And sometimes they are not ready. I mean, they
Right.
have other circumstances. So, what do you really think that way? I mean,
I don't, because in my case, there was no right time. I
mhm,
started I wanted to have kids. My goal was to have 2 to 3 kids by the time I turned 30. Um, you know, Obviously that didn't happen, and that's okay. But I started this process when I was 26 years old.
mhm,
Being 26 and trying to have a baby,
mhm.
I felt I'm young, like this should be easy.
Yeah, yes.
But that wasn't the case. So I
Mhm,
definitely don't think that age is a factor. It
mhm,
really, really just depends on you and your body
mhm,
and your health.
mhm. Right.
It's sad because a lot of women think that, oh, I'm over 35 or I'm 40 even. I can't have a
Mhm.
baby anymore. And
Yeah.
I think I don't believe in that, because, you know, um, unfortunately, our generation's timeline doesn't operate like, the previous generation's timeline.
Mhm.
Our parents got married very young. They had babies at a very young age. They
Mhm.
they did everything
Mhm.
that they were supposed to
Yeah.
do at the right time.
Okay.
There was this pressure of get married by this age, have a family by this
Yeah.
age, do this by this
Mhm.
age. And I think that pressure, I'm actually kind of happy to see that pressure kind of go away with this generation, because I really feel it's not necessary. It's not
Mhm.
necessary to force, your kids to do this by this
Mhm.
age. It's not necessary to
Yeah.
force your kids,
Mhm.
or, to have a family by this age. If it
Mhm.
works for you, then that's amazing,
Mhm.
truly amazing. But if it doesn't, it's okay. Like,
Mhm. Yeah.
because I had that vision. I got married very young. I was like, I got married young. I'm gonna have kids at a
Mhm.
young age. We're gonna be done. And
Yeah.
here I am, and still fighting. So, it really, age obviously does play a role in it. Women that are over a certain age have a higher risk of
Mhm.
having other complications.
Yes.
But always consult with your doctor. Always talk to your doctor
Mhm.
about your concerns. Address them,
Mhm.
from the very
Mhm.
beginning.
Mhm.
Um, you know, Again, I can't preach it enough, but take care of your body. Take care of your mental health. Take care of,
Mhm.
just be in a good state of mind.
Mhm.
And I feel like things, when it's time to happen, it'll happen. I mean,
Yeah.
um, I don't like to put like tags on things and say that they
Yeah.
have to happen at a certain time.
Yeah.
But it is scary for women that are over a certain age to get pregnant. I'm over
Mhm.
35. I definitely have that fear all the time, but
Mhm.
just have to have an open mind about it. I mean, like I
Yeah.
said, address all your concerns from the very beginning
Mhm.
with your doctor, and
Mhm.
um, take it from there.
Yeah. definitely. Uh, as we have already discussed a lot, like the trauma, they go through. So how to handle the traumas, you know, uh, of infertility, how, because there is a lot of things. So how to handle that exactly? I mean, what can one do?
Great question. I'm still trying to figure that part out. I definitely, I have my good days, I have my bad days. There are times where, you know, I can scream and talk about this openly and,
Mhm.
not get all choked up. But even right now, I got choked up. So it can totally happen. I think, I think just keeping a very positive mind, which I know is very difficult to do when you're going through
Mhm.
this. Trust me, I've been there. It's not easy. It's not easy to see, you know, everyone around you just have babies without any struggle. It's not
Mhm.
easy to, go through the struggle yourself.
Mhm.
It's not easy to do any of that. But
Yeah.
it's really hard to it's hard to deal with the trauma when you don't have that kind of good mindset. When you're in a bad place, it's
Mhm.
really hard to it's really hard to deal to like get feel better.
Mhm.
It's hard to focus on the positives and and I guess heal. um,
Mhm.
it took me a long time to um, like to find ways to heal.
Yeah.
I did
Mhm.
acupuncture, I did therapy, I've
Mhm.
done all kinds of different things, and all of them helped.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be where I am today, being able to talk about my struggle so openly if it wasn't for those different various types of therapies, because it definitely helped
Mhm.
me understand it a lot better.
Mhm.
And it made me also realize that there's no reason to be, I mean, there's a reason
Mhm.
you're allowed to be angry and you're allowed to be upset
Mhm.
over what's happening with you, but at the same time you can't let that anger take over your
Mhm.
life. I've we both my husband and I, went through, I would definitely say, a form of depression after our miscarriages. And I would never want to be in that dark place again where I didn't talk about my feelings and I didn't talk about how this whole infertility
Mhm.
process affected us. So,
Mhm.
I definitely feel that, I'm learning every single day, still learning about ways to deal with trauma. But,
Mhm.
talking about it definitely helps,
Mhm.
whether it be, a family, a friend, a doctor,
Mhm.
whoever it may be.
Mhm.
Talking about it is definitely
Mhm.
very, very helpful. And I think just having an open mind and just staying strong. I know it's easier said than done, but
I.
um, I mean, I don't think there's any other way to look at it. um, I think the more you beat yourself up over it, the harder it becomes.
Mhm.
So, it's just best to just stay as positive as possible.
Yeah. Um, Thank you so much, Yasna. I was thinking, what the final question, like, what tips or advice you like to give to the future mom, to the girls who want to marry, and yeah, even the moms and everyone. I mean, to all the Desi girls and
um,
every woman. I mean,
I think
yeah.
my tip, I mean, like I said, I don't want to have to tell somebody that things have to be done at a certain time,
Mhm.
but you do you. That's really my advice: is you do
Mhm.
you. You get
Yeah.
married when you want, you have a baby when you want, you can adopt when you want, do what you want when you want. Don't let anyone else tell you that this is wrong, this is right.
Mhm.
um, I think it's really important for us South Asian women especially to
Mhm.
not get so wrapped up in like what other people
Mhm.
think.
Mhm.
And it's really important for South Asian women also to like to I think to tune out the like the
Mhm.
toxicness that can come
Yeah.
from
Yeah.
other people because things didn't happen the way they were supposed to.
Mhm.
um, so I definitely believe that my tip to any mom tip to any girl getting married, any South Asian girl wanting anything in life, is you do you. Like, go for
Mhm.
it, focus on your goal, and in the end you'll get there. And sometimes it may take longer than others, but that's okay. It'll be worth it.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you so much for sharing your experience with us. And
Absolutely.
yeah, thank you so much, Yasna.
Thank you
Thank
so much for
you.
having me.
Thank you. Thank you.
Bye.
Have a great day.
You too.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.